Hello and welcome to Metal Break. Once again, here to steal all our best ideas from Cosmopolitan.
Yes.
This time we have with us Lexi from Dirt and Sampo from Slash the Smile. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope you're confused.
Yes, thank you for the invitation.
Yeah.
So, let's start with this. Have you guys heard of each other before to this moment, or have you met before this or anything?
I think we played the same stage at Tuska, probably, but I'm not sure if we saw there.
Yes, exactly. I stumbled into your band this summer at Tuska at some point. I don't know who. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't you. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is perfect. You're not supposed to know a lot about each other.
Okay.
So we're going to briefly explain what this whole thing is. It's at the end of the day, we ask questions, you answer them, so that's totally normal. But the point is that, so there's this thing that your favorite magazine, Cosmopolitan, put out a long time ago, 36 questions to fall in love. This is basically, we took out the love, we put in some heavy metal into it, so to speak. So it's basically 36 questions to start a band. The idea is that we hope to help our audience to get to know you guys through you two getting to know each other. And then we're going to find out if there's some chemistry and if we just help start the next great band.
Okay.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So you just, we ask the questions, you take turns answering them, and that should be it.
And let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
So let's start. Given the choice of anyone in the world, which band would you have liked to be in?
Who goes
First, I need to think.
So one band that I would be like part of.
Yeah.
I think I have to go with Bullet for My Valentine. Like, it's just kind of, those teenage times, and it's just special place in my heart. And the songs are amazing. I would love to be playing those songs, live, night after night. So yeah, that I think that's for me.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. I would say Velvet Revolver, because well, it was the kickstart for my singing career in 2012. Originally, I started to sing like Scott Weiland at some point, and it made the interest for singing for me. So maybe that would be the choice for me. I could say Guns N' Roses too, but the frontman is kind of iconic, so be the reason to replace him. So Velvet Revolver, for the reasons that Scott Weiland is one of my greatest idols ever.
That makes sense with a fairly deep voice in a rock and roll context. Makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Is fame important? In what way and why?
Yes, it is. It is important, though I would probably myself, I would like to see myself making music that interests people, and when it interests a lot of people, the fame comes with it, kinda. So it is important, but it isn't everything. I mean, huge amount of examples of musicians who aren't exactly celebrities. So, but I would see nowadays it's different to be famous musician or a band without any, fame via social media, for example. So it's harder nowadays, and it's easier if you're gaining some kind of, reputation via social media, for example. So the short answer is yes.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I have a kind of, with the word fame, it's kind of negative clang for me. I don't know why. I mean, of course, this is kind of public job, with more people know your band, and it's possible to make a career from music. So of course it's needed if you want to succeed. But I don't know. It would be okay if I'm nobody for the rest of my life. Like I don't like that much attention for myself. But of course I know that if you want to be successful in a band, it kind of, the fame comes with it, I guess, part of the job, I guess.
So how do you prepare for a show?
Stretching, you gotta have your wide power stance going, so you can bring those riffs in, so stretch well, stay hydrated, warm up your hands, especially. I think we have so fast riffs here and there, if I'm not warmed up in my hands, it's gonna be a nightmare show. So kind of making my body ready is kind of way for me to get prepared for. And I think it's also mentally, when you have this kind of routine, when you're getting your blood flowing in your body, it kind of prepares you mentally as well. So that's for me.
I agree. Stretching and warming up the voice and stuff like that, it's a ritual that can't be missed. I also do my makeup and listen to some great powering rock music and just gain up the hype throughout. That's my addition to that good answer. Yeah, same kind of things, but maybe, yeah, I need the mental side, like pump up the mental side with some great music or great company or whatnot, something that powers me up every time I'm going to the stage.
I've noticed actually, like Peter Ripper, I think I need to kind of calm myself down. I get like overexcited sometimes, and then it's kind of getting your nerves. So I just kind of need to bring myself down and yeah, exactly. That's I think better for me.
All right.
And no caffeine or anything.
For me, it's
sorry, it's a bit late. Go ahead.
For me, it's lots of caffeine and
yeah.
There's a
so you go on stage like
yeah,
I had 4 Red Bull before a show once. It was amazing.
Yeah, I saw him drinking 4 Red Bull in a row, and I was like, you crazy.
Yeah, I don't do it every time. Okay, what constitutes a perfect song for you?
Great melody and a great chorus, and the melody is so subjective thing. I don't know, it can start from the beginning of the song and last till the end of the song. So obviously I love solos and I love amazing pre-choruses too. There's nothing wrong with that, but for me a classic 3 or 4 minute hit song is something I enjoy maybe the most. But I love so much more. I love so much different styles of music. That's yeah, this is not a simple answer. I don't know what to answer. Yeah, but yeah,
that's an answer as good as any.
Yeah,
Yes.
I completely agree. Like I love melodies as well. Like the melodies are the main thing in music for me. Like it has to be good. The lyrics is like whatever, but the melodies has to be good. I think I would add also that it needs to be energetic. It kind of gives the rush to go speeding with a car or something like that. And then as well, I think the production is what I'm listening, like how the guitars are produced and how the low end is coming and everything. So if it kind of sounds big and energetic, then it's perfect song for me, as I think.
All right. Does the music you play for yourself or that you listen sound like the music you play for others?
Yeah, mostly. I mean, I listen to all kinds of music, so there's, I don't know, dirt is also something that doesn't have some kind of ready-made recipe for a song. We have all kinds of songs, so I see the music as some kind of combination of us 5 as individuals and musicians. So yeah, it does.
Yeah. In a sense, yeah. There's elements of those, not that the music that I listen, but I think I actually listen a lot of like Swedish pop, dance pop music. So I don't know. Maybe those melodies are there, and maybe we have some kind of pounding bass here and there, but
everyone steals from ABBA.
Yeah.
That's true.
But yeah, I think there's elements here and there, but as Alexa said, like it's not just about, it's not my music only. There's other people who have written it, so they have their own influences. So yeah, partly it's what we made and we listen.
Now, for how long do you actually think you want to do this?
Till the end.
Yeah, yeah. Making music is it's for me. Like I make music for myself. So if one person listens or million person listens or nobody listens, it's still something what I really want to do rest of my life, to create music.
Okay. And on that note, where do you envision your band being in 10 years?
Hopefully all around the world, playing shows and a few albums released. That's something I'm hoping for. And the pandemic years didn't, I kind of lost some kind of I didn't lose my hope, but I started to think that it's not like I don't take it for granted anymore, that I can maybe play gigs anymore at some point. So that's something I don't take for granted anymore. So it would be just cool to have a round in the Europe at some point. And all around the world, obviously too, but it demands a whole lot of work and precision and consistency and anything that comes with playing in the band. So
I'm sure you will.
Yeah, I think for Slash to Smile, yeah, a couple records at least and I think most important thing for me is that we have defined the sound of the band, like kind of that there's no band like us, like musically, that we have created something that is unique for us, and it's it's hard to or impossible to replicate by someone else. So I think that's the goal I'm aiming for, create something that has not been done before. And of course it would be cool to play all around the world, but yeah, I think it's still the creation is most important for me.
Okay, so name something that you and your interview partner seem to have in common.
Well, the passion, at least.
Yeah. Definitely.
And yeah, the love for heavy music. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of heavy metal, though I see myself maybe more as a rock and roll kind of guy.
Yeah.
I love heavy metal and extreme metal also, so that's like, I believe that's in common, at least.
Well, never forget that ultimately heavy metal is rock and roll.
Yes. So
yeah, I think the passion was perfect. Yeah, I agree.
all right. So for what in your musical life do you feel the most grateful?
Grateful.
I'm grateful that I've found such a great friends when it comes to Dirt. I mean, I've been in bands before, and there's been marvelous friendships like for years via those bands also, but Dirt is like a brotherhood to me. So that's something I'm absolutely grateful for. Couldn't hope for better friends in a band.
Yeah, I think for me it's about, again, creating something and how like I can express myself with music. Like it's it's hard to say because it's kind of bizarre way of and especially the heavy music, because it's, you know, so fast and loud and kind of chaotic. So, you know, as a person who has so much energy, you know, inside me, it's kind of way I can kind of productive way to put it out and show like this is kind of part of me, and this is kind of exaggerating some parts of myself in that music. So I think that's the coolest part for me.
So if you could change anything regarding your band, past or present, what would it be?
I'm not keen on changing past. Everything reason.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would remove the pandemic completely. Yeah, sure, but that's not band related.
Well,
exactly.
In this context, it is.
Yeah. Well,
I block the music, so I understand why you would like to do that.
yes.
Yeah. I think I wouldn't change anything. Actually, we discussed this with our singer like 2 days ago, that nowadays it seems that many bands kind of, you know, they kind of want to erase the past. Like everything needs to be kind of, you know, this kind of era of social media, that everything needs to be kind of polished and of course, like everybody starts from somewhere, and it's quite rough to listen out what you did, you know, there, but still it's kind of part of the journey. And for me, I think music is everything you release is kind of picture from that time, you know, what did you think about then, and you know, the emotions, and why did you create that, you know, piece of music. So I wouldn't change or erase anything.
Yes.
So take 1 minute and tell each other the history of your band.
Just a brief little.
Very brief.
Okay, I can start. Yeah, 2018, me and Saku, our singer, we actually didn't start a band. We just, you know, started to write music together. And the whole point was, you know, that we create something together that is, you know, as we've discussed, that it's something that has not been done yet, that gets us excited. And that was kind of the launch for everything. And of course, you know, the songs came, and soon we, you know, had the band, and she kind of realized that I think we're pretty good at this. So, you know, let's try to take this as far as we can. And, you know, many, you know, people has come and go, but it's still me and Saku, and now we have Tony and Joel as well, who are amazing players and amazing people. So yeah, couple songs, 1 EP down, and now we're recording our first whole-length album, and it's gonna be, I think it's pretty cool. So I think that's the brief introduction.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Well, the story of Dirt in 1 minute. The guys of a thrash metal band called Nuclear Omnicide decided to start a rock and roll band. Rock and roll, which kind of is still heavy music, to say at least. And it happened in 2017. And they were looking for a singer. And I came in 2017. 2018, there was the first gig. And well, so far, 1 EP and 1 full-length album down, gigs all over Finland. And yeah, the feeling seems to be mutual. We love this band and we love this music. And we also would like to create something that's maybe never done before in Finland. And we're about to record our sophomore album in the near future.
Yeah, yes, it's funny, like, because I got stumbled in your band, like in social media, and visually you are like pretty like rock and roll band, and actually I think I was backstage in Tuska when I heard we started playing. I was like, wait a second, this is the Dirt, or like, and I had to kind of check it out. Like, okay, it's this kind of, I somehow like assumed that it's more rock and roll type of music, yeah, based on your, you know, visuals. So yeah, it was actually kind of pleasant surprise, like, oh, holy shit, this kind of music.
They're vibing. Yeah, it's all right.
I like to say it's a rock and roll band formed by heavy metal players. You know,
Yeah.
when
Mm,
Yeah.
player,
yeah.
it's automatically more technical and rough and heavier in overall. So
Yeah.
that's what it sounds like when heavy metals start to play rock and roll.
Yeah.
If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be?
Teleporting.
Huh?
I mean, it would just,
That's
go to work or go to Tokyo or whatever you want.
From gig to gig without traveling.
Yeah, no traveling at all. You just, be there.
that's a good one. I don't know any as good as you. I would like to be a better guitar player. I mean, I write demos at home and record them, and I know the basic stuff and a bunch of stuff on guitar overall, but I would like to be better at it, and I'm working on it right now. I didn't have the time before, and now I probably do. So that's something.
But in a way, I'm more down Alexis' line of thought, because I would use this as a chance to fix something, and the sample has the confidence of a Greek god here, like just adding it.
I mean, yeah.
It's good.
Exactly.
All answers are good.
Yes.
I mean, I'll be waiting someone to ask this question from me. So,
So, if a crystal ball could tell you the truth about your band, the life it will give you, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know, if anything?
Mm.
I
This
guess
is-
I'm the only scared one.
Maybe something like I mean, I don't know. I'm not a fan of looking into the future. I like to live in the present, but when we wrote music together, did it satisfy everyone in the band? Did we get the feeling, the mutual feeling of succeeding and like everyone enjoying the process? Something
That's
like
a nice one. That's a smart.
that's
Yeah.
really good. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. Maybe I have to back you up. Like if I could, know that kind of the personal relationships in the band, like how should we proceed with this person, or should we not, work with this person? Maybe something like that. But I wouldn't want to know, like, did we kind of succeed or anything like. Yeah. But yeah, maybe the relationships might be something.
That's a very smart one. Yeah. Okay. Well done.
Is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it?
I mean, I think at this point of my life, I don't like to use the word dream. I much more talk about goals and setting goals. So that's kind of my view, that you shouldn't dream, you should set goals and do it.
That's a good one. I can agree with that one. I mean, I also set goals for myself. I have dreams, sure, but I tend to work towards those dreams so I can maybe reach that dream someday. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff I would like to have in life, kinda, but I'm working on them as we speak, and I kind of like this situation where I'm in right now, and where we are, as a band are in right now. So no, I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, and I think it's important to kind of enjoy the process. Like
Exactly.
if you're just dreaming some goal, like then life will be good. And what if you die tomorrow, like and you did something like your life was miserable? Like do those things, that you will get those goals, but at the same time you have to enjoy doing those things.
Yes, and realize there's a whole bunch of work to be done in order
Yeah.
to ever reach those goals. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people in the world who just want to be famous, musicians too, and that's something I personally don't understand. But well, there's
It's nice because you both come out so
Yeah.
similar, that you are so hardworking and goal oriented and not in the clouds, you know. It's
Yeah.
it's working. It's working.
Yeah.
So, what is the greatest accomplishment of your band so far?
for me the most satisfying and maybe the biggest accomplishment has been the headline show in Tavastia last year. It was our record release show there, and there was quite a lot of people, and it was special to me because Tavastia has always been one of those legendary fancy
Oh, yeah.
rock in the world, like
Oldest rock venue in Northern Europe.
Yes.
yes, and the most legendary venue in Finland. So that was something I was really looking forward to, and just doing that was a dream come true.
Yeah, for me, I think, of course, Tosca show was big, but I think I still have to say that the record we have, you know, now is complete, that which is not out yet. I think it's so ambitious musically and production wise. It's yeah, we worked so hard for it, and it's so kind of wide, you know, kind of journey, you know. It's so great dynamically, so it's so, you know, it's, yeah, you have to listen it, but I think that's greatest accomplishment for us at this stage.
I will listen to it after this.
Yes. As
Yeah,
soon as out.
it's
Yes.
almost complete. I think Sunday it will go to mixing, so it's, you know. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I feel bad if I don't say our debut album too. It's something I've poured my heart and soul into, and yeah, it's so far my biggest achievement artistically. Yes, definitely.
I
When
can
it,
imagine.
like, you know, one brief moment, the Tavastia gig is probably the one.
What do you value most in being in a band?
I think I'm repeating myself, but the creative side,
That's
like the ability to create something that has not been done. It's just, you know, the self-expression. It's so kind of important thing for me that it's just, yeah. I'm repeating myself, but that's for me.
Yes, and I'm gonna repeat that too.
It's fine.
It's
The
fine.
creativity, being able to express myself with such great friends who have the passion and like-mindedness with me towards the same music. Yeah.
Okay. What is your most treasured memory with your band so far?
I have bad memory.
Oh,
We
there's
will
a
go there. Don't
them.
worry.
there's a whole lot of them, like, you know, so much fun moments. But yeah, maybe the release of our debut album and actually finally get to hear what the people think, and like about your baby that's been in your hands for 1.5 years already. So that was truly special. But also all the small moments. I mean, you know, after a like basic show, we tend to get together at some point, just the 5 of us, and maybe some of the crew that we have with us, and we just talk about the show and, you know, about how we feel, and we're being open and honest about stuff, and you know, those kind of moments, they're the great as well.
Yeah, I think I have to go with not one moment, but the past 6 months in total. Like as you all know, like being in a band, it's so kind of the dynamic of the group is so kind of, you know, it can be really cool and it can be a nightmare. So and you know, we had the fair share of, you know, those difficult times as a band, and from I think January this year, you know, it's been 4 of us, and it's, you know, this hasn't been any, you know, fights and you know, that's stupid stuff nobody wants to go through. So just kind of, I think we, you know, all realize same time, like it's so easy to be around, you know, and now and to create, and nobody has any hidden agendas or anything like that. So just yeah, just after all those years, now it's fun to be in the band with those guys. So I think for me that's so valuable.
Nice.
Cool. We are arriving to the halfway point with a question, which is, of course, we also have to ask, what is your most terrible memory with your band?
The pandemic.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it hit in a pretty bad time for us. It was the March 2020, and we were supposed to have our first Finnish tour. A gig, our very first one at Tavastia in Helsinki. At the very same day when the Tavastia gig was supposed to happen, they closed the doors of every restaurant and venue in Finland. And also the tour was cancelled, and our festival debut was cancelled that year. And, you know, that was, I mean, that's all stuff you can have sooner or later. Obviously, that's going to happen at some point for the lucky band, but it did so much bad things for us. I mean, because we weren't able to play the shows, and there was no reason to rehearse because we just finished recording our debut album. We have the, you know, motivation to write more songs at this point. We'd just done the previous ones, and so there was nothing to do. We were kind of bored, and we were depressed also, the most of us. So that was the pandemic in overall was kind of bad, but it also taught us many things, and in the end it has been a blessing too. I mean, we've learned a lot, and we truly appreciate the possibility to, you know, release albums and play gigs and whatnot. So it's not all like dark clouds and whatever. It was a blessing too.
Yeah, I think there are many many bad things. Of course, those mentioned those, you know, fights and everything. But I think I have to say, like, one gig, it was really early on our, you know, I don't recall the year anymore, but, you know, very early on the band, and we actually had that point we had only 3 members. So it was me and guitar. There was another guitar player, and our singer actually played drums also. So yeah, and we played in one small tiny pub in Jyväskylä, and it was horrible. Like there was nobody but the owner and one dude who was complaining all the time, and the owner said all the time that we need to play, you know, quieter, and we had acoustic, you know, drums. So like, how can you play you know, quieter?
Yeah,
and it was like
flashback.
I don't know why he
Are you having a PTSD from gigs?
you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he booked even like a, you know, heavy band. If they, you know, there's, you know, I don't know, it's just horrible.
there's something to be said of the joy of when there are finally more people in the audience than on stage. So like, there are 6 people here.
Yeah.
I just was when it comes to the pandemic stuff, I don't think I've been thinking so much about what it was like for bands starting out.
Oh yeah.
Because we had some kind of momentum, you know, something there was, of course, we couldn't tour either, we couldn't do this or that, but you have kind of built something that gives you a little bit of, you know, momentum. You know, you can't go full speed, but we could kind of slowly sail through and do some things.
Starting out.
So I'm glad it
do
didn't happen in 2006.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I think it was like for us, pandemic wasn't that bad because I think for you it had, because if you've done your debut album and then it hits, but I think we were still kind of building up, you know, making songs, and so for us it was like, you know, we just still can make these songs, we can still practice, and kind of after that I think our momentum has started maybe this year especially. So I think for us it didn't hit that hard as maybe you guys.
Yeah, it was kind of, you know, it was like we're in a hallway just waiting for someone to open the door, and everything's and ready, and everything's like we've made everything ready. There's nothing we could do but to wait. You know, to wait and not to know what's gonna happen in the next months. It's like, it's nerve-wracking. It's painful when you have like everything is set here. Just say the word yes, and we'll run out the door. And well, it didn't last forever, but 1.5 years in total, maybe.
Yeah.
And so
it sounded like it felt like way longer.
Yeah, it did like 5 years or something like that.
Especially music.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but it was actually, I have to say like one thing about the pandemic, like after the pandemic it was like crazy how much new music came out. Like everybody went to studio and writing mode, so like after the pandemic, like everybody had the new song or new CD.
Absolutely.
Which was, I think, cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They had all the time in the world to write, so
exactly.
only natural.
The same happened in university. I am a doctoral researcher, and I started with the pandemic, and now it's impossible to publish something because reviewers are still reviewing papers written during the pandemic that were like crazy. But so let's go a bit more deep here. If you knew that in 1 year you will die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you are living now?
No, not actually, because I also repeat myself now, but since I have the goals set in the future and I'm working towards them, I've succeeded in creating a life. I'm pretty happy with my life. So I wouldn't
nice to hear.
Really, you know, change anything other than work towards the goals. And if I would hear tomorrow that there's only 1 year for me to live, there's not much I could do with the goals. Maybe I could work harder, maybe, but like I wouldn't make actual changes to my life. I kind of like it.
Good.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think I'm good point. I'll good, you know, good state in my life. Like, but maybe I would change one thing, and that would be maybe spend more time, you know, with the family, with my wife, and with my friends. Like, you know, as we are grinding so hard and you know, reaching those goals, it's, you know, long hours and after long hours. So yeah, maybe I would spend more time with you know, those people who are important for me, but still maybe I would need to make something monumental when I die. So, you know, I don't know what it would be, but something, you know, I'm going to die this day, and you know, I don't know what it be.
You have to drop the mic there.
Yeah, exactly, something like that.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
What does being in a band mean to you?
Being able to express myself again. I'm repeating myself, but it means also having fun. It means my future goals and career and brotherhood. It means, well, it's the meaning of my life, to put it simple.
Yeah, yeah, really good answer. Like, and I think it's balancing thing for me. Like, I love my day job. I have a career in marketing which I'm chasing, and I want to have both. So, but I think it's a balance thing for me. Like, it's so different compared to the business side of what I'm doing. But when I stop working and start making music, I completely forget everything that I have done. So it helps kind of with my mental health, and it helps that my mind gets easily so obsessive about anything that I'm doing. So when I have couple different things to focus on, I have to kind of stop thinking about the other things. So it's good kind of for my mental health.
Yeah. And now describe your life on the road.
Sorry?
Describe your life on the road.
Boring.
My back hurts.
Nowadays bands are so good, like there isn't the craziness of the 90s anymore.
There's even any of the craziness of just a few years ago for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's boring.
Body hurts at some point, and just unpleasant things and positions in the car. But yeah, otherwise it's always fun. I mean, one of the best things in performing overall for me is the nightly drives to the other town we're playing that weekend, or to home, like the drive there, and the lights, like the moon is in the sky and dashed line like just rolls under your window there, and you just look out the window, and I start to write lyrics at the back of the car, and it's just it's inspiring, at least for me, being in the car. So it's great. I love being on the road.
Yeah. For me, yeah, I agree with the night driving. It's cool, and those discussions you can have, it's different kind of mood there. But overall, I think it's just getting there and have something to eat, and just you just want to smash the show as well as you can. So just 100% focus on there and executing. That's it for me. Yeah.
It's time to check in on the cosmopolitan levels, how we're doing here. Share something you consider a positive characteristic of your interview partner.
Passion, as we already talked before. I have to say, I don't know your music that well. I would compliment the music if I would know it better, but
we will get to there.
We're going to sample it a little bit at the end of this.
Yes.
Yeah, the passion and creativity, and the way you talk about the music that you make it's even inspiring. It sounds so good. It's exactly something I would hope to see in every musician, like striving to create more. That's something I truly appreciate.
Yeah, thank you. I would say intelligence is I can definitely hear that you are intelligent person. It's just not word coming out from your mouth. It's meaning. You have meaning behind those words. And value, the thing I value is hardworking. I can see that you are working hard, which is value I truly appreciate. So I think those two are first that come to my mind.
Vibing.
It's working.
We are going to form a new band here. Yes. So how close and warm is your band? Do you feel that your band is happier than most other bands?
More, what's the word?
Happier.
Like, how close are you
Yeah.
as people, and how warm is the relationship within the band?
As I've said before, this is more like a brotherhood to me than just a friendship. But well, I don't know most of the bands. I don't know how it is with those bands, but I have the impression that we might be happier than some of the bands that we stumble into in places. I don't know, maybe at least closer. We're open and honest with each other, and we tend to start our practice by asking how are we actually doing today, like every
That's nice.
room goes through like what's the what's hanging today, how is it, and yeah, that's something I haven't stumbled into quite often.
I think.
Yeah, I think I have to say, like, and I mean this in a good way, that I think we have more kind of working relationship. Like, I think we all have like own lives and all kind of, you know, friends and social, you know, circles that we are. So it's kind of, when we get together, it's about work and, you know, doing those things we need to do. But I think the best part of that is that we get along very, very well when we are like-minded. So when we are together, it's you know, there's no friction, or you know, we're having fun, and it's really pleasant time. But you know, then we are, you know, separate ways, live our own lives, and then we come together. It's kind of, okay, we need to do this. And of course, there's, as Alex mentioned, like, yeah, we're asking like, how are you actually doing? And I think we have shared those, you know, in hard stuff life, and you know, yeah, I think it's safe kind of space to be in that band, and I think it's really important that everyone, at least for me, it feels like I can say like, I'm insecure about this thing, or I'm so nervous about this show or anything. So yeah, it's important that there's, you know, this safeness around when we, you know, get together.
Still waiting for somebody that says we hate each other, like we hate, like it is just hate.
Yeah. Okay, so on a similar note, then, what does your family think of your band?
Oh, they're very supportive, and you know, just happy to see what I'm doing. And yeah, I couldn't ask for better parents when it comes to this. I mean, they bought me my first drum set when I was 11. I started as a drummer originally, actually. So yeah, so, and they've been supportive throughout my life with this, so that they like it. And my little sister also has visited many gigs and likes what she hears. So yeah,
actually, yeah, actually my father bought me my first guitar, and I remember that couple of I think I was 8 or 7 or something, and I hated the first couple of years playing guitar. It was awful. Like, I didn't want to go, you know, to practice, because we had to practice this kind of, you know, children's songs, and I was like, I want to play rock and roll. But yeah, you know, later he bought me electric guitar, and then it's, and kind of, okay, now I like this. If I'm honest, like, the band thing, like, I think they don't kind of understand it. I think they are so from, you know, so from different world that, you know, they are supportive, but you know, they you know, they ask like, okay, are you playing somewhere? And cool, but you know, I think they still kind of don't realize what it's actually being in band, and they still, you know, supportive, which is, I think
they still think it's a phase.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
All right, we are in the last section now, so let's go. Make 3 true we statement. For instance, we are both in this room, but you have to make it about each other.
Can
This
really
is
be
always
anything.
like
Yeah, but
complicated to explain.
yeah,
I
but
think.
statements is start a sentence with we in regards to you two, and then whatever that is true, and it could be something super basic or
Like
whatever.
we are
comes to your mind.
musicians, or
Yeah.
Now you can't say that one because she did, but yeah.
So 3 statements about us.
Yeah.
We are musicians. Let's start
One.
with the what's forbidden.
Say that
What's
again,
that?
please.
We are musicians.
Yeah, that's fine. You can
Yeah.
you can have it.
You can have it.
We share the passion for music, actually writing music.
Mhm.
All
We
right.
want to be somewhere.
Can you come up with something like one?
You say we
I-
want to be somewhere.
Yeah, we want to be somewhere.
Yeah, you want to arrive somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So complete this sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share ... And that one is straight from
Because
Cosmopolitan.
we copied this one
but,
from
yeah,
Cosmopolitan.
as far as it relates to, it's you answer whichever way you want, but it's okay to keep it in the realm of music.
Yeah.
And that life.
My life with.
Okay.
Oh.
That is
Okay, our listeners, come on.
becoming a date ad now. But yeah, that's true. So I answer truthfully.
Yeah. Much
Wonderful.
appreciated.
Appreciate, yes.
I should have gone first. Like, I don't know. I have to stick in music field, and I'm like so obsessive about guitars. Like it's not healthy anymore. So I would love to have somebody as obsessive about the guitars as well. Like I love to go into like finest details of those things. So I would love to have somebody kind of with that kind of same mentality to share those things, when I get overly obsessive about that thing.
Comparing soldering tools and
Exactly.
So now you guys kind of know about each other a bit. So let's check again. If you were going to start a band with your interview partner, please share what would be important for him to know.
Well, the important part has always been like I remember when I've been forming bands for a small lifetime now. The most important thing always has been like consistency, and like being able to depend to each other. Like like-mindedness, to put it simple.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really good. I have to go, like I'm as a person, like I want to commit. So if we are forming a band, it's not just like maybe here and there, and maybe we are trying to push this or not. But if we are going together, then we do it together and push it together as hard as we can, and be honest with each other.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was trying to say.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So okay, now we're going even deeper into the cosmopolitan world. Tell your interview partner what you like about them.
I think I said it already, kind of.
Yeah, we kind of circle back to these things.
Yeah,
to
because
see how we check
every
in.
set there is, let's see if now is something else.
Yes. Well, I can steal one from you. I admire also like your work ethic, because you said you seem to be hardworking musician. So yeah, I think so too. I appreciate people that are willing to work for their goals. Yes.
I think one thing that I really like you is kind of attitude, like maybe like how you dress up, and I think it's about your whole band, like this kind of, because I'm really like shy person, and I, you know, for me, you know, from outside it seems that you guys are really like, you know, confident, and you know, this kind of, you know, mentality of rock and roll. Like maybe I could have tiny bit of that for myself. Yeah.
I mean, the way to channel myself somehow. I've also been a shy boy when I was a teenager. I didn't maybe express myself like this loudly, you know, like with long hair and all the hats and jewelry and whatnot. It didn't happen back then, but I've gained the courage with age, and right now I feel like I want to look roaring, and you know, I want to be something that stands out from the crowd.
Yeah, and I think you have that kind of, you know, you have that something. I think like you stand out from the crowd, at least, because you know, I think you have the face, you know, and the attitude, which, you know, not everybody has, which is, I think, cool. Yeah, because even though I wouldn't dress up like you, but
yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
All right. Have music ever moved you to tears?
You skipped a question.
I skipped a question.
But that's okay. We stick to this one, and I'll take that one.
Oh yeah, share with your interview partner an embarrassing moment within your band. Come on, let's go. Let's go to the juicy stuff.
You can go first.
I really have to think like embarrassing things that has happened.
I need to think what I can say.
Yeah, it's always that, isn't
Now
it?
that we've been working through this, I'm so ready to give answers to all of these now.
Yeah.
Because I had way more time to think about these.
Yeah, will Johannes give also?
No, we'll save that for another day. But yeah.
And we did an episode about your embarrassing moments already, so we put
okay,
them on.
I have to check that one out then.
That's actually a hard one.
That's good then.
Yeah.
This might be a dull one, but one of the most embarrassing things that happens to us almost on a daily or, well, monthly basis when it comes to gigs, we always seem to forget our, you know, what's the word for it? You know, the backdrop.
Backdrop. Yeah. That's, forget your backdrop.
Forget our backdrop, like specifically made for us and a part of our show, and we always forget. You know, maybe one in 3 gigs we remember. I can actually remember to take it with us.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's something they're like venues are always naturally asking for, and all the, you know, fans would maybe like to see the backdrop in person.
Yeah, with the logo, with the name.
And so far, it's been kind of rare.
Okay, next time I come to a gig, I will check if the backdrop is there.
Make a mental note. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have any good one. Like the ones that comes to my mind is something like, I don't know, we had you know, we send it the stage plot or decorator, you know, how the, you know, guitars 1, 2, stage right, stage left, bass, and so on, and you know, and somehow I messed up. I don't even recall the place we were playing, and you know, the technician in the engineer, you know, started, you know, putting those, you know, cables in order, and by the, you know, the document that I had sent it, and then I realized, like, yeah, that wasn't the correct one, it was the old one. So in the middle of everything, you know, realized, you know, it's completely wrong, and you know, it took too much time, and I think we were a bit late bit late because of that. So yeah, that's a bit embarrassing if take someone's time.
That is a good one, because there's the embarrassing those kind of stories of something happened on stage for the audience, but everything you can laugh at. But I get why that's because, but this goes more behind the scene, actual professional, what impression you want to make on the people you work with that day and stuff.
Yes, exactly.
That is actually, I totally get it. That's worse.
Because that's actually what I stress about the most. If we are too slow at the sound check, I just
it's so important.
I always said that we want to be the fastest sound checking band. And
I totally get that. That's a real good one, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So here we go. No, it's but has music ever moved you to tears?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe not every week, but almost that often. I mean, I search that kind of emotion from music in overall. That's something I really, really, really would like to find, like, on a weekly basis. Unfortunately, that's not possible always, but when there's a new song or a new discovery that brings the tears to my eyes, it's always like rewarding. It's something like, and then I'm stuck into that song for 3 months straight. Yes.
It's right.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's something wrong in me, because I just don't cry.
I want to be you.
Because I don't know, but I think I have one memory where maybe there was tiny bit of
something wet there somewhere.
At least it felt like. Yeah.
All right, now you guys are getting to know a bit also the music that each other are doing, or you can imagine at least potentially. So name one thing you like about your interview partner band. If you don't know the band, name one thing you think you'd like based on what you found out so far.
Well, that's easy, because I love an attitude that is like, we're gonna create something that's never been done before, and that's cool. That's something I truly appreciate. So I know there's something special waiting for me. That's cool. That's what I like.
Yeah, I think like I have to go with the kind of attitude and kind of how you carry yourself, the whole band, and kind of it's so rock and roll. It's cool. It's cool to watch from from the side. So yeah, because I recall, like, I think it wasn't you, but someone from your band came to the backstage at Tuscan, and he had this kind of long, like, trousers with kind of leopard, kind of what it's called. Like, I was like, like, dude, in like, okay, this is this band. Like, I immediately know that this is from Death. So yeah, that's something that's cool.
That's great.
So what if anything is something you would never make a song about?
You remember I asked that to Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
And I was very surprised, because they said children, they wouldn't touch it anymore now.
They became dads, and suddenly
Okay, yeah.
But you're not in Cannibal Corpse, so
No.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've written a song, like lyrics about a pedophile, so the child section couldn't be included here. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't, write children's music. Old MacDonald had a farm.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Now I want to see dirt version of Old MacDonald had a farm. Yeah. I'm sorry. Now you have to do it.
You don't have to do it.
Well, that's an easy answer. Let's go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I cannot say that, because actually me and our singer Saku, we actually made I think I don't recall anymore how, but it was a play like children play, and we made the music for that actually.
Oh, there you go.
But I have to say that I didn't maybe enjoy it that much. I don't know, maybe I actually like to write about, or actually Saku writes the lyrics mostly, but I then can create kind of concepts around the song. So I actually like to write about things that are maybe not realistic, or it kind of movie like. It can be fictional, and it has to be kind of exciting in I wouldn't maybe write a song about someone breaking up with me. It's not for me. Like I not have this kind of crazy words and so on.
Yeah. Okay. I'm the exact opposite.
Yeah, this is funny.
This is fun. Yes.
Yeah.
Only personal stuff in my books. Well, not all. Like, I'm also inspired by dark subjects, such as what I mentioned earlier, child molester, priest, the alcohol and drug abuse, stuff like that. It inspires me. So when music isn't personal, or maybe about my breakup or something like that, it's usually about something that I find just wrong in the world.
Yeah, but that's really good. Like you have to actually something to say.
Yeah.
I think my viewpoint is coming from, like, I think music is kind of way to escape the reality for me. So it can be something more than just this normal life, and not
and I totally understand. Yeah.
All right. If your band would end today with no opportunity to communicate with anyone or make a statement, what would you most regret not having said?
That we are the greatest band in the world. No, just kidding.
That's a good one. I've seen you. I've seen you guys, and I am obsessed. So.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a tough one.
What have we said? I'm not sure.
Yeah, exactly. I said almost every week that I love those guys, so that's not something I would feel like I haven't expressed my emotions. I don't know, maybe it would be something like, I have actually never had this good thing, like anything this good in my life. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Maybe something like that.
Yeah, I think that's really good. Like, the gratitude for the other members, and especially for Saku, which we have now, I've been creating music for over 5 years now. So that would be suck if I could not say that how much I appreciate or everything we've done together.
All right, last 2 questions.
3.
Well, the final is the final. So.
Oh yeah, well, your rehearsal room containing everything the band owns catches fire. After saving everyone alive, you have time to safely make a final dash to save any one item. What would it be and why?
I'm sorry, what could we save?
Everyone who's the dog and you and people, everyone who is alive is fine. So
yes,
about this stuff, you can say one thing.
Yes.
For me, it's easy. I have one guitar, it's right there, like.
You're looking at the guitar with.
You looked at it with such love.
Yeah,
I wish my husband would look at me like you're looking at the guitar now.
Yeah, I have this wide Les Paul style guitar. Which is
There's, I guess,
He's looking at the guitar as well.
yeah, it's actually pretty similar. I think that's the Matt Heafy one, but yeah, it's
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Did you catch that from looking like that?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, Matt gave it to me because I was
Really?
a sub. Yeah, we were on tour with Trivium.
Yeah, I recall that. Yeah,
we were on tour with them, and he had babies, so he went home. So we were also on that tour, and the other singers helped sing some songs. So it was karaoke night.
Yeah, I watched, I think, show like from YouTube. It's actually really cool.
Thank you. It was very weird.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Easily recognized from that. Like this.
Wow, great eyes and knowledge.
He told us he was a guitar.
I am obsessive.
Now I totally see it.
If you ask me, it's mostly black.
Yeah. I do have some, like a whole bunch of equipment for myself too. Yeah, sure. But that's like, when it comes to me, I'm only a singer. I don't have an instrument on my hands when I'm performing. So like microphones and in-ear monitors and all that stuff. All like, just equipment that I must have, but it doesn't have like emotional value whatsoever. I would probably, if only one item is available, I would pick there's two Gibson Les Pauls in the rehearsal place, and both of them are kind of old and cool. So I won't choose between Kappes and Sebas Les Pauls because the other one would kill me, but a Gibson Les Paul.
One. Yeah, the closest one.
One. It's cooler.
Exactly. The closest of the Gibson Les Pauls. Yeah.
So if all the songs you have put out would disappear from this world forever, which one would be the hardest to lose?
But they would go on the other world, or
they just
disappear.
Like any songs, or are we talking
your songs?
All of your songs are gone.
Yeah,
they never existed, will never exist. So which one would be the one that stands like would be the hardest to lose?
Like the movie where people don't remember that Beatles existed. Do you remember? Yeah.
I'd like to answer a new song which hasn't been released.
So we have to wait and then guess.
That's my answer.
Yeah, that's my answer.
All right, I like it.
I actually have, I think we have we have upcoming song which is called Shackles Off. That I'm actually pretty proud of.
All right.
So because I was thinking the same, the next one, because if I got in the fix out of doing a song and then whatever, not whatever, but kind of whatever, but the drug of making another one, so losing. And we have now. We started recording the album in, I think it's almost 6 months now. All the hundreds of hours you have poured on, just making everything just every note and every kind of sound and then But I think as a musician, it's always about the next song. It's for me, it's not about the past. So you're always excited about the new things, and you just want to be on the next one.
Yeah, whenever they ask you like what's your favorite album that you ever made, you say the one that I haven't made.
Next one.
The next one.
Exactly.
Then my favorite songs are the voice memos on the phone, because they are the best songs ever until you ruin them by finishing them.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
All right, complete the question. Music is the sentence. Music is
my life.
My passion.
All right, we are at the end of it all, guys. Before we show each other what you actually play, because we try to put bands that are very different
from each other.
Do you think you could start a band together?
I don't think so, because he wouldn't put leopard shirt leopard on.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
So it's a no.
It's a no, but
It's a no.
like with, yeah, I admire passion and, you know, like hard work and, you know, stuff like that. But I'm already in the best possible band I could ever imagine.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We will not get to that
I respect
10%.
I respect that. Yeah.
No
No.
royalty for us.
Yeah, we use this, you know, to try to form bands. So to no, I'm joking.
Not this time.
Let's share. Let's see what you actually play. And let me see.
So we start with Dirt and a little piece of Real World.
Right.
Smiles.
Yes.
Are you with me? Will you
And we're demonetized.
I can promise you just my contract signed. Marks on your face, so you're right up, right like sun. Thus you are made a disciple, will carry on.
Did it live up to? Okay, so it seemed like Sampo, because of the circumstances of Tuska, that you heard Dirt a bit already.
Yeah.
Well, so I think Alexi came in a bit more blind to this. Is that correct? That is.
Yeah,
this
possibly.
was again just a sample, but was it kind of what you would expect after everything that was said?
Yeah. It sounded. I'm gonna give you more listens. Definitely, it sounded very good. I mean,
I'm still waiting for the band that will say, no, you suck, man. Like I'm still waiting for that. All right. Do you want to plug your socials?
Yeah, exactly. So tell our listeners and watchers, what are you up to right now? Where can they find you?
Dirt is right now writing new music for our sophomore album, and you will find us, for example, from Tavastia. We're there in November with Danko Jones.
Oh, sweet.
And
Nice.
other gigs are going to be released, announced as well. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, listen to our music from Spotify. And I'm Alexi. You can find me from Instagram, Alexi666. And Dirt is obviously Dirt Band Official.
Excellent.
Yeah. As mentioned, in Sunday I will send the album to the mixing, and I think in November will be the first single and video, which it's fast one. But it's still catchy and melodic. You can find all the social medias. I think Instagram is best for Slash the Small Band, and my own is Slash the Sample.
All right.
You got good Instagram. I can't believe Alexis666 was free.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Actually, I was waiting for it, like maybe 2
there you go.
It was occupied, and then it just disappeared, and I was like, oh my god, I need to.
It's mine. My
Did you have
treasure.
any impact on it disappearing?
I care. I know.
So thank you so much for we took a lot of your time, but we enjoyed it a lot, and
A lot. Yeah.
I think our audience got to know you guys quite a bit in this together. I hope you guys enjoyed it at least a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
we are coming to the next live, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I am coming. He's always on tour himself, but I will be there.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much
Thank you
for
so
your
much, you
for your time,
guys.
and best of luck and all that.
Yeah.
See you around.
It was nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.